Greetings and salutations, friends. Welcome back. Happy Monday, or whenever this finds you. Today is the full moon in Cancer, but these readings are timeless, so whenever they find you, if they resonate, if they feel like they make sense to you, then it's for you. I think I'm going to do things a little bit different today. Instead of doing like one collective message, I feel really called to do full moon reads for the signs, but like, I don't know, quickie short ones. And that has been forever since I've done like the individual signs. I was doing for the elements for a while, and then life got overwhelming. But yeah, so I've got a couple of decks that I got ready. I have a tarot deck and a couple of oracle decks. Excuse me. And I'm thinking we'll just do some quick reads for each of the signs, kind of go from there. But before I get into that, I do have a few things I want to share about the full moon. I made some notes because I forget stuff once I start recording. And then I'm always like afterwards. Speaking of forgetting things, just in case I forget to say this later, if you are interested in booking a personal reading that's more specific to you, you can do that at my website. I think you're still allowed to say website. All of my offerings are there. Everything tarot, which is, I have a number of recorded readings. Live readings are available to be booked on there, and then all of my products are all on there right now. So you can check out the spot under my picture that takes you to the thing online where I sell stuff to find that information. All right. Let's talk about the full moon in Cancer. Hang on. All right. Felt like the background music was a little loud. Okay, so full moons in general are a time for releasing. They're a time for cleansing and releasing energy, specifically, like usually things that we don't want to take with us into this next cycle. So it can be like connections, it could be a job you don't care for anymore, it could be limiting beliefs, things that you like, beliefs about yourself or habits that you have that are, keeping you from being aligned with the life that you really want to be living. So as far as like magical timing, full moons are a great time to do any kind of like cleansing work or protection work. Also, if you want to do banishing work, it would also be a good time for that. Now, each of the planets has signs that they are kind of like more happy in, and ones they're less happy in. And the moon is really happy in Cancer. It's her home sign, so we are going to be feeling like very emotional. We're going to be feeling very sensitive. We could be feeling especially sensitive around things that matter a lot to us. The moon represents our feminine side, so the things that we nurture, so our relationships, our home, like our emotional connections. So you could be feeling like sensitive, like a sensitive little baby about all kinds of things, but maybe kind of specifically those things. Now, it's not the only transit we have going on today that is a big deal, and I am a very, very, very lay astrologer. I'm just trying to share kind of a few of the more major things that I think are going to be coming up that overall influences, but there are just so many like very talented and professional astrologers out there, so feel free to like follow up with more information from them. But if I'm your source of woo-woo news, then do want to share also. So in addition to the moon being in Cancer, Mars is retrograde in Cancer as well. So that's called a conjunction when they are in the same, in the same sign. There's a lot of math and geometry involved in astrology, and that's where some of those like terms come from, like conjunction. Anyways, so they're hanging out together in Cancer, except Mars is not jazzed about this. Cancer is not a sign that Mars is happy in, and so Mars, which is the planet of like action and aggression, is going to be feeling it's like the way this manifests for us is like you could be feeling like snarky, or you might be feeling mildly aggressive, quick to anger. So it's this interesting combination of feeling like a sensitive little baby, and also kind of like you might punch somebody in the nose. So be mindful to navigate those feelings as they come up for you, and know that you can actually completely blameless on the moon this time. Okay, what else to share? Okay, so this is the wolf moon. Each of the full moons has got a association. And the symbolism involved for the wolf coming up in the middle. So this moon at this time of year is always called the wolf moon. And it is linked to our need to find like resilience and fortitude through the winter. And also it's a call for us to kind of connect with our inner wildness, and to be able to, yeah, just to kind of like connect with that stuff. I didn't feel there was another one. Aha, and to show up in community. I'm like, I know I wrote this down. Sorry. Mood lighting in here. Yeah, okay, so it's a call to embrace your inner wildness, and also a call to embrace community and to show up for community. And there are a couple of other like planetary, other planets that are supporting that need. And you'll notice that people are really starting to show up more for like mutual aid, and the way that people are feeling called to help what's happening out in California. All of that's like really supported by the astrology as well. Astrology is like super literal, guys. Okay, other things that could come up for this moon, things for us to think about: creative self-expression, connecting to your intuition. The moon is deeply linked with our intuition, and it being in its home sign of Cancer. Things that are highlighted by that placement are going to be going well for us. This is why I'm not a professional astrologer. I have a hard time sometimes putting this into words. I have a hard time with words sometimes in general. Who are we kidding? Okay. Other things to do for ourselves during this transit: self-care, self-awareness, be kind to yourself, be gentle. Don't put yourself in situations that are going to be upsetting, or maybe things that require a lot of energy. Just give yourself a break. Rest is really important, and rest is part of resilience. You have to be able to have some respite in order to be able to keep going. Aligned activities to do for the full moon: you could do a little burn ritual where you write down whatever you want to let go and burn that. You could light a candle, make some moon water, which I'm going to do. And I did share a video from Francesca. Her handle is Limitless Living Fit. She's fucking awesome, like really great. She shared a really cool video this afternoon about moon water, so I'll tag her again. So you can make some moon water, you could take a spiritual bath, journaling, all that stuff. All that stuff is great. Okay. Full moons are also great for cleansing your crystals. I knew there was one more I was missing. If you have a lot of crystals, like I do. I take a big sheet pan, as a chef for a long time, and put a towel on it and collect all the crystals, put it on the sheet pan, and just put that out in the moon. It's a lot easier than taking a lot of trips in and outside. If the weather is crummy and you don't want to put them outside, or you don't feel like you have a safe space to put your crystals outside, you can make some moon water and then cleanse them with that. They can go in the water for a couple of seconds, it's fine. Also, you could just put them by a window. Lots of ways to do that, but if you want to, full moons are great for cleansing your crystals. Okay, that's like 10 minutes of intro. That feels like plenty. There you go, some full moon stuff for you. All right, hang on one second. Let's dig into some cards. All right. Going to be using the Modern Witch Tarot for these. The back of the card. This is a really great deck, especially great if you are newer or learning tarot. This is a terrific deck for that. So I'm thinking just pull a card. I'm just going to pull a card for each side and then pick one of these oracle decks and pull you one of those too. All right, where are we? This is the full moon in Cancer. I've just literally been talking about that for 10 minutes. Neurodiverse brain, so fun. Full of Swiss cheese holes sometimes. Okay, so we'll start with Cancer and work our way through, just to change it up. I feel like everybody always like starts at the beginning and starts at Aries and ends at Pisces. And I like to change it up a little bit. All right. Full moon in Cancer message for our Cancers. What do they need to know right now? Oh, wait. All right, you guys got 2 of Pentacles. So this is a great time for you to be focusing on building your foundations. Pentacles is a card. Pentacles as a suit represents our resources, our foundation, our legacy, our family. And 2s, you're not the very beginning, but it's a point when you're starting to put some stuff together. You're starting to get some ideas together and take some action. And it's really about showing up for yourself to put in the work to like build these early stages. So show up for yourself and be consistent, and yeah, just also really important for you to believe in this dream that you're building. Okay, and I feel like we're gonna pull one of these for you guys. Okay, this is the Get Your Deck Out. This is the Get Your Deck Out Oracle deck by Katie Abbey. It's really great. All right. Ooh. Okay, I feel like that one. Stay. This says, change is not scary. Change is actually an adorable chinchilla with a twitchy eye. This is the chinchilla of change. There's more on the back. Hang on, I'll read that. Some people thrive on change and others freak out. Just know that change is necessary. It's natural, and even when it seems crap, we can often look back and see the bigger picture. How can you embrace change in your life more rather than avoid it? Change brings new abundant energy into your life. Grab a piece of that action. I love that. That's super aligned. So yeah, this is bringing new abundant energy into your life. Exactly what's happening there. Love that for you guys. All right. Next up after Cancer is Leo. Card for Leo, please. All right. Ooh. 6 of Swords. A personal favorite of mine. I love this card. I feel like this card does not get nearly as much love as it deserves. All right, Leo. So, 6 of Swords represents a time when we are moving on. We're moving on from a situation that is no longer aligned with us, whether that is something internally or externally. You can see as they're pulling away. So the spot that they're in now is like really choppy and not great, but where they're going above, like beyond, the waters are calm and smooth. And so it's all about, this card represents a time when we are leaving something that doesn't fit us and moving into a space that is more aligned. So I love that for you. That's awesome. All right. Ooh, stay. I feel like let's stick with the same decks for right now. All right, Leo. Recharge your batteries, you piece of shit. The somewhat intense squirrel of self-care. Self-care is super important, in case you didn't know. Life will feel as intense as this squirrel if you don't do it. No half-assed attempts. No half-assed attempts either. Give it your all. So as you're leaving this energy that doesn't serve you, make sure that you're taking time to pour into yourself, because that's super important. All right, moving on. After Leo, we've got Virgo. Virgos. Ooh, Virgo, you got Ace of Swords. Well, this feels very aligned for Virgo. So Virgo is associated with Mercury, which is all about communication, and swords as a suit also represents our mental landscape. So that covers like our communication, the way that we think, the way that we view the world, and also often swords represent business opportunities. So aces are new beginnings, new opportunities, fresh starts. So a new fresh start for you could be in the way that you think. There could be something that's happening that's like changing the way that you see the world, or something in terms of how you communicate, or you could have a new opportunity to, like a new opportunity that lends itself to either new ways of thinking. Yeah, it really does feel like like I started to want to start to say some like other interpretations for the card, but this really does feel like I'm being nudged to kind of keep it in this way. It's like this is going to be like a new outlook on something for you, but it's really positive. So I love that. So be open-minded. Yeah, literally. Ace of Swords. New ways of thinking, being open-minded. Ooh, okay. Kindness always wins. The koala of kindness. Pardon me. If you're new here, there's this like weird little burping thing that happens when I'm channeling, and I don't know, a lot of this stuff is weird. I just roll with it. All right. The greatest kindness you can give is to yourself. Prioritize that. Being kind can be setting boundaries, nourishing your body and soul, and living your life purpose. Your kindness will inspire others, and before you know it, that kindness will be radiating out of all of us, touching hearts and minds. Great. Okay. That was Virgo. After Virgo, we've got Libra. Ooh, that one jumped. Let's go with that one. All right, Libra. You got 3 of Pentacles. So sticking with the same suit of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles really is an opportunity to collaborate. So it's collaboration, coming together, working together to build something. So this could be something financial. So this could be an opportunity to work together with somebody on a project to create something. Maybe if you've had, maybe if you've had some ideas about collaborating, that could be a confirmation for you to move in that direction, that yes, this is an aligned opportunity. And if not, that feels very specific for somebody, but for everybody else, it's just a reminder for you to go and have a little fun. Get together with people you care about, spend some time together, like building those foundational relationships. Our family is not only and always just the people we're related to, but the people that we choose. And so this could also be a call for you to spend some time working on those foundational relationships for yourself. For yourself. Words. All right. All right, one for Libra. This one. Okay. Be free. And result. Well done. Doesn't that feel better? Working on yourself always pays off. You are on your way to no fucks given freedom. Do not pass go. You are no longer playing the game. There is no self-imprisonment here. Just living life your way. Wow, that feels feels like a very Libra attitude to take to the world. I love that for you. All right, next up, fellow Scorpios. I love this. You can't make this shit up. We got the Death card. Which is the card in tarot that is ruled by Scorpio. That's why I'm laughing so hard. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth and transformation. And the Death card comes up to, probably point out that you are probably going through a transformational time right now. I mean, we kind of all are, but Scorpio is always, always constantly moving through different cycles. And so if you are in a part of the cycle right now where things seem to be falling away or they're feeling like they're no longer aligned, don't fight it. It is a time for things to end so that new things can begin. And it is always aligned with the energy of how us Scorpios are. We're just always evolving. That's why we are represented by the Phoenix. So if something is falling away of your life, don't try to hang on to it. Try and let it go with grace and instead turn towards the lights, as it were, and invite in new opportunities. All right, let's see one of these for us. Also a black card, hilarious. The Caterpillar. Well, aren't you just so freaking cute and bright as a button? Fatten up on life, nourish yourself, explore your innocence, go play and have fun before you experience the hard ride ahead. Find your purpose now. You are going to need that focus. I know a lot of people feel like they're the goo. That's been a really common metaphor recently. You know, that I've seen like a lot of memes about that. You know, we're just all like the goo in the chrysalis right now before the butterfly comes out. And I mean, that is pretty accurate. I also like the caterpillar and death card. Just very, the theme of metamorphosis for Scorpio being right on. Okay, next up we've got Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we've got Wheel of Fortune. Well, I have a lot of Sag in my chart, so I'm happy to see this one also. So the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that everything is cyclical, that the only constant is change, and that if things are down, that they are bound to go up. The Wheel of Fortune kind of reminds us, it's like not to take life too seriously, not to get too bent out of shape, because whatever it is that you are upset about won't be sticking around. It won't be staying for long. Things always change, and something better and brighter is always around the corner. So if you're feeling personally read by these, if you're feeling like some things are shifting in your life, don't be afraid of that. Be happy and welcoming. Something new and better is on its way to you. Alright, and let's get one of these for our Sag friends. Alright, we've got the Sawed Off Seahorse. This creator is British, by the way. Pissed off with people? Situations incoming that get on your tits? Present circumstances a pain in the ass? You know you can just tell the world to sod off politely or otherwise. Be strong with your boundaries and work on your coping mechanisms right now. Shout it out. Oh, and breathe. Alright. After Sagittarius, we've got Capricorn, which is where the sun is right now. Okay. That one. All right, we've got Knight of Pentacles. Very apropos card for our Capricorns. Capricorns are so grounded and usually associated with being good with money or being diligent and showing up. Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, Pentacles are cards that relate to travel or movement. So this could be, it could literally be you're traveling somewhere, maybe for work or for business or for something to do with your career, something to do that would affect you financially. But it also could just be like news of something coming to you, because things in motion. So it could be some news regarding, this feels like career or abundance related. So either like traveling or something coming to you. And the great news is that the Knight of Pentacles is like very grounded and methodical and determined. So this is like slow and steady and good growth. So good. It's a very good, like a very good energy coming your way. Okay, and oh, come here. All right, Capricorn, you got the empathic eel. There was once an empathic eel with a super strong power to feel that sometimes left her feeling blue as she absorbed all of the bad stuff too. That's the front. Excuse me, the backside says, so many of us are sensitive, but deep empathy takes that one step further. Empaths feel everything. That is so fucking true. The beautiful, the bad, and the plain ugly. We can often put this ability to good use, but it's quite frankly fucking exhausting. Are you feeling everything right now? If you are, it's a real invitation from your Knight of Pentacles to ground yourself and ground your energy so that you're not feeling overwhelmed. Capricorn, Aquarius. Ooh. Aquarius, you got Justice. This is coming through so interesting. So, the first time I feel inspired to mention this during this reading, but cards from the major arcana represent things in our lives that are sort of bigger picture, kind of more overall theme or spiritual lessons or things that are like destined, fated, all that kind of stuff. Whereas cards from the minor arcana are representative of our daily life, things we have more like purchase over, things we have more control over, like what we do. So Justice coming through for you, Aquarius, really feels like there's something that is going to balance out. It's like there's an energy in your life that is out of whack, for lack of a better word. And this is really just talking about like making adjustments to help that come back into balance. Hang on. Okay. I just pulled a second card. I just pulled another card kind of like as confirmation for myself. So I guess I could show you. Is Three of Wands. So it really feels like there's going to be some outside help, assistance, somebody else kind of coming into the picture to help balance this out. Threes, again, like earlier, are about collaboration, and Three of Wands is about expansion. So maybe you've been too insulated lately, maybe you've been in need of some partnership to expand other areas of your life that have been out of balance. But whatever this is, it's a little interesting. Yeah, so I'm not sure what specifically it is that's going to get balanced for you, but good news that things are going to get balanced. So interesting. That's kind of a weird one. Maybe there'll be more clues than this one for Aquarius. All right. This says the snail of suffering. It's okay to feel like shit, and it's okay to admit that you're struggling. It's not okay to suffer in silence. Reach out. We love you and want to help. Don't be a dick. You are not a burden. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's got to do with it. Well, I assume it does because these are always all related. So, hopefully this is coming to help relieve you of the burden of what you're feeling, to help bring that feeling back into better balance. No. Sorry things have been heavy for you, Aquarius. It's wild times. All right. Next up we have Pisces. I have many a Pisces I adore. Give them something good, Spirit. Sorry, friends. Spirit didn't listen to me. Three of Swords. Oh, yes, it is the heartbreak card. Now, it is not always related to love. This could instead be like the death of our expectations around something. This is just something not working out the way that we had planned. And it could also or be due to some kind of miscommunication. So there is something coming to an end, but it's sometimes things come to an end and we're happy about it. Oops, sorry. Sometimes things come to an end and it doesn't feel great in the moment, but it has to happen for our further growth. And this feels like it's more kind of along those lines. So whatever this situation is, it feels like the best thing you can do is just to like be very gentle with yourself over it, and to not fight it. It feels like it's like whatever is leaving is meant to, and just let it leave with grace so that you can also welcome in new things. But I'm sorry, it's never a welcome card to get, although it's not always a bad thing when something ends. Okay. Some days I am just a molecule of meh. Even when you look super cute and are amazingly unique, smart, funny, and lovable, you still have times when you just feel a bit meh. Go with it. Embrace the meh. What is it communicating to you? Once you know, you can shift gears from meh to marvelous. Well, maybe that's what this is for you, Pisces. Maybe this space that you're feeling, maybe this heartbreak space is just something that's going on within you, because you're not seeing yourself clearly. Yeah, definitely. Don't let yourself totally just stew in that alone. Please, let people be there for you. And if you're in need of some community, please feel free to reach out. Okay. After Pisces, we have Aries. Aries, we've got 6 of Pentacles for you. This is a card about generosity and being generous. Now, Pentacles does represent like financial stuff, but this card is not always about being generous like with money. Although if you are in a position to do so, there are certainly a lot of folks that are in need right now. And so if you are in a position to be generous financially, please do so. However, if you're not, this card is just a reminder and an invitation to be generous in spirit. It can be reaching out to a friend to talk to. It could be, holding the door, offering somebody a smile, or just some kindness. So be generous of spirit is what this card is telling you to do, or inviting you to do. It's up to you. Humans have free will. Ooh. Believe in yourself with an intense ferocity. People can only believe in you so much. You have to take it to the next level. Sometimes others will poo-poo your goals and dreams. Be fierce, take charge, and show your pride. All right. Taurus. I know my zodiac. I just have to think about it. I just have to think about it every second. That's okay. All right, Taurus. Ooh. Taurus, you got the Hermit, which is our card of the year this year and is really aligned with this full moon in Cancer reading. So, first, the reason that the Hermit is the card of the year is because the Hermit is number 9. There you can see it. And the 2025 is a 9 year. 2 + 0 + 2 + 5 is 9. Anyways, the Hermit is an invitation to introspection. It's super, super aligned with this full moon. It is inviting you to go inward and to discover what is really important to you, especially in terms of like how you see the world in a spiritual lens, in the way that you believe in yourself, in the way that you talk to yourself. And it's also an opportunity for you to really like dig into your beliefs. So yeah, this card is just offering you an opportunity to take a moment, maybe meditate if that's in your practice, maybe journal if that's in your practice, and see what comes up, and then follow those breadcrumbs. You know, it's most likely an invitation to some kind of healing, but it could also be some inspiration that comes up for you in those moments. You just never really know what's going to come through, so give yourself an opportunity to like quiet the inside noise and see what's in there. No, stay. Guess I can do that instead. Okay. What else for Taurus? Watch me while I manifest my dreams. The mole of manifestation. Put those shit-hot manifesting powers to good use. Mole can see fuck all, but knows exactly where he's going. Believe. I love this deck. So fun. All right. And then Taurus, Gemini. Oh, is that the end? Is that are we at the end? Shit. Oh shit. All right. All right, Gemini. Knight of Swords, another knight. All right, so again, knights are cards about motion, about travel. And a Knight of Swords, swords represents our mental landscape. So Knight of Swords is a card that often represents creative thinking, new ways of thinking, inviting in new ideas and being open-minded. And I feel like that's the direction that's coming up for you for this card. So yeah, really an invitation for you to consider new creative ways of thinking. I'm wondering if whoever got this is also has a placement that was really talking about being open-minded. Anyways, yeah, so I would maybe notice for yourself where things are coming up that feel like they're in conflict for you, for the way that you think, like especially with this like Mars retrograde and Cancer transit. What's coming up for you right now that has you feeling a little either stagnant or closed-minded, or it's like a hard stop? You know, like when some kind of, there feels like there's some kind of subject that it's kind of like la 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 la. And Spirit is saying that you would do well to be more open-minded and consider new ways of thinking or new ways of looking at that. And that could be, I mean, super helpful. One for like solving the issue or resolving the problem, but also it's just going to bring you so much more peace. Just see this kind of like running around on loops in your head, and it's like, no, there's a new, better way. There's a new idea that will kind of free things up for you. Okay, and then this card for Geminis. You got, I am so incredible, Rain Boast. All right. Hey, beautiful. Let me tell you, you got it. You are fucking amazing. Celebrate every part of yourself. You are a gift. Well, I love that for you. It's a great dual message, you know, that you are great how you are already, and that you are a gift how you are already, while also always being open to growth and evolution. There we go. I know there's a right word for it. All right, friends. Well, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You found benefit in it. And I was a little paranoid for a second. Just want to make sure, I hadn't skipped anybody. Yeah. Have a great night. Happy full moon.